this is Paulo from the MB Academy, and in today's video I'm gonna be showing you how to make basses like the ones in the track Mr. Happy by DJ Hazard. So this is the original bass, and this is the bass we're gonna be making. But before we get started with the video, make sure you get subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell to not miss any of our future videos, and also share this with a friend who you think would appreciate having this tutorial. Don't forget that if you want to get access to the preset and project files, you can become a member of Preset Pass, the link is in the description below. Also, if you want a ton of free samples, presets, and masterclasses, you can join the DMB Academy free access, the link is also in the description. So with all of that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so this sound is actually the result of 3 layers. We have the original layer, and then we have the same layer but with a reverb filter, and then the same layer but distorted and just EQ'd on a specific way. So together they sound like this. As you can see in layer number 1 right here, we have a serum effects that if we turn on is this reverb layer, but it's just chopped and arranged. Same with this layer, it's just the first layer distorted, but we're only letting these frequencies go through the EQ. Okay, so let's begin with the first layer. So these are the notes that we're going to be playing. You can copy them if you want to follow along with the video. Okay, so now here in Serum, what we're going to do is we're going to load a sine wave on oscillator A, and we're going to turn on B and leave it on the default saw wave. Then we're going to map an LFO into a level of oscillator A and B. We're going to set this on envelope and we're going to create a different shape like this. So if we play this, it should sound like that. Then let's add some release so we get the full notes, but let's put this on mono so we don't get overlapping notes. There you go. Now let's just turn off B and let's go into the harmonics of oscillator A just so we can edit them better. Let's bring this phase down and then let's add harmonics manually. Let's change this phase right here, and you should be getting a shape that sounds something like this. This makes sense because once we distort this, you're gonna get those upper harmonics that build the character of the sound. So let's go back into the oscillator tab, let's turn on B, and then let's bring the random knob of both all the way down. Okay, we can mix the saw wave a bit lower, and then let's go into the effects tab and let's add an EQ before the distortion. We're going to use a bell and boost it a lot. Then we're going to bring the Q down, and we're going to move this frequency. So let's map LFO number 1 into the frequency. And then let's bring the drive a bit lower. We can change the Q if we want. This is something to fine tune a lot in the process of making the sound. Then we're going to turn on the multiband. Let's bring the high layer a bit lower and let's boost the mids. We can add another bell here and then let's modulate this bell. Let's bring the gain down and let's keep fine tuning this frequency. Okay, that's cool enough. Now let's go into the post-processing of this patch. Now here we're going to add this EQ just to reduce this harmonic right here. And then let's bring the highs a bit lower. And let's boost different harmonics based on the fine tunings that we did before the distortion. Next, let's add some noise with erosion. And keep fine tuning the EQ. Then we can add some reverb. And then, since this is going to be a second layer, we can add a serum effects with the reverb filter, like this. We can render that out like this. And then chop this audio to match the rhythm in which we are playing the other notes, such as we did with this layer. Great. Now we can go back into this patch and add a saturator. Saturate this very heavily. Bring this a bit lower. Keep the serum effects and fine tune the EQ. And then find a place of distortion that then if you drag an EQ, like this one, will allow you to get harmonics like this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here into this patch. We're going to change the saturator and keep playing with the EQ. This sounds good. Let's change the saturator. You can always experiment by changing the mode of distortion. This sounds good. And once again, we're gonna be rendering this like this. And then we can boost the volume and then chop just like this other layer. We can add the fades. Start it from specific spots. Like this. And once we have something like this, we can add some reverb. And we can add some delay. Make sure you filter it properly and adjust the feedback. You can also automate the mix to only go up at certain spots, like this. And this is how you build a layer like this one. We can even layer this one in, mix it properly, and then play this with all the other sounds. And that's how you build leads in the style of Mr. Happy by DJ Hazard. I hope this was useful. If it was, make sure you leave a comment down below to let me know what do you think of this tutorial, and also which sounds would you like to see next on the channel. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to not miss any for future videos. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.